voice from heaven, saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. At the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the whole lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the whole lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And what I want to get into today, all right, I'm gonna entitle this lesson, all right, Naama the Feminist. All right, Naama the Feminist. And this is inspired by a comment, left, by a sister named Naama, and within this video that I did, in the news, yesterday morning, chaotic earth. All right, I guess, a feminist, I triggered a feminist nerve, within this sister, and she felt it was her duty, all right, to defend, all right, Sanella's wife in the situation. You brothers and sisters that seen the video, which I'm gonna play, all right, what she's responding to. We're gonna go into it, but pretty much she's trying to defend, Sanella's wife in the situation, dealing with, Sadella saying, he's thinking about taking the juice, or he's going to take the juice. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to deal with this whole situation. But at the end of the day, one thing about this ministry, you see, let me get it. Matter of fact, let's start with that. Let's get this in Hebrews. When you go to the book of Hebrews, and this is Hebrews 4:12. It says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart." See, this word, it can strike a nerve, and it'll make you spill out your folly. All right. And when we read this comment, this is pretty much this woman, spewing out her folly because something was said. All right, this word, all right, this two-edged sword cut something, and it struck a nerve. All right, and she leaked out her folly, man. All right, because at the end of the day, as men and women, we all right, have accountability, within the condition of the nation. All right, men and women are having accountability for that. All right, we all have sinned and came short of the glory of the Lord. But see, within this feminist society, it's almost a crime to try to hold a woman accountable for her poor decision making. All right, and her poor leadership. It's almost a crime to do that. So what we're seeing is, a woman that knows that she's an Israelite, but still has a feminist mindset. And what happened? Something was said, this word came out, all right, it struck a nerve, and that feminist folly leaked out, man. Now, this is her response. This is from Naama. It says, he said he was going to listen to his uncle. His wife got it, but she didn't tell him to get it. Regardless, he made his own decision. Now, how do you know the conversation between him and his wife? See, we're going to get to the video when brother was making, comments, and we was going to it in the spirit dealing with this situation. All right, we just dealt with the context we had, that little 2-minute and 30-second video of what he was saying, his reasoning behind, him thinking about getting the juice or getting the juice. All right, we responded in the spirit according to that context. We don't know the conversation, the in-depth conversation that this man and his wife is having. All right. So how can you make that statement saying his wife got it, but she didn't tell him to get it? From a 2 minute and 30-second video, how can you make that statement about people that live together? All right. You can't. You don't know that. You see. But you're trying. You're so you put your feminist cape on and you call yourself jumping in front of the bullet and defending, your fellow woman. All right. It said, regardless, he made his own decision. He is setting the example for his sons. Did you hear that? The mother isn't telling them to get it, LOL. And this is why the scriptures, speak against what? Women shutting the hell up, man. All right? Because all it is just a spill of emotions. All right? And you trying to defend, all right, women's, all right, flawlessness in this society, man. And that's why when you read 1 Corinthians 14:33, it says, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches. Let your women keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. Now, does that mean that sisters never say anything? All right? No. You see? It's just when women get to spilling their emotions and trying to justify things, and what does it cause? It causes chaos, all right, and confusion. When the woman is just on the comment board talking and ranting about how she feel and her opinion, her take on it. You see? Now you finna get confusion. And that's why the Apostle Paul was very adamant, against, women, all right, speaking in these churches, man. Now, a cut on this sister is, here it is. You have these two sisters, who watch often. And what do? They say they salutations, all right? They get a shalom, they say they salutations, and they chilling. You see? Two sisters right up under this, who heard the same video, heard the same, message, and what happened? They saluted, and that was it. You see? Even if, let's say, we speaking on the topic of something that's going on, in Los Angeles, and you might have a sister in Los Angeles that might have some insight on what's going on, and she might, make a statement, all right, of what's going on, what's going on there, what she's experiencing there. She just added to the edification, all right, because she's not spilling, all right, her opinions, and she's not spewing what she feel and her emotions. She just added to what was already been saying because she's there, and she just added to the point. Things like that happen from time to time, but ultimately, sisters have the women, have very little to say concerning, all right, the ministry, man. Their main focus is being, all right, a woman. Tap into being a woman. That's the main focus of the Israelite woman, because this society has removed women so far from their purpose. All right. The main thing for an Israelite woman is to tap into, all right, her purpose, man, as a woman, which is a beautiful and glorious thing, man. You see, and needed, for the nation to grow. Now, I said, so these same women heard the same video, and this is something how, this whole segment of the video is only like 5, maybe 10 minutes. So out of an hour and 15-minute video, the only thing that you can comment on is trying to take the blame, all right, off the woman, trying to take her accountability in the situation away and making it seem like it's just all the man. All right. Now, Sadanether, in the situation, is he accountable for his actions? Of course. All right. And we're going to get that. But let me get this real quick, and then we're going to play the video. Now, when you go to 1 Timothy 2 and 2, all right, I started at 11. It said, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Now, when this is read, why is this being read? Because that's why people always talk about context. Because the Apostle Paul is going to go into it. You see? Because a lot of times people will read, 1 Timothy 2:11 and 12, by themselves. And then they'll read 13 and 14 by themselves, which, all right, when we read this whole passage, you got to remember, what is the Apostle Paul doing? All right, he's writing a letter to Timothy, and Timothy is a teacher under the Apostle Paul. So he's telling him the order that women should be in, and then he's going to go into the history of why. You see, he's going to go into the history of why. Now, this is 1 Timothy 2 and 13. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." And why? All right, is the Apostle Paul telling the woman to learn in silence. Then he goes into the history of Genesis. Because what happened, man? The woman had to say so within Adam's, kingdom, man. Going back to the beginning. She had too much influence. All right? And Adam listened to that. And then what did you have? You had the fall of the sons of God. But it began through Eve. Eve accepted it. All right? Even going with this situation with Sinetta, his wife already accepted, just like Eve accepted the doctrine of the serpent in the garden. It's the same thing today, because the same people are in power, these Edomites. All right? And pretty much they have the world, this society, through convenience, is like a paradise. And in order to forge yourself in this paradise, you have to, get bit by that serpent, that juice, man. You see? So what happened? His wife already has it, so she's already partook, in what? The fruits of the serpent. She already took a bite out of the fruit of the serpent, man. She jumped it off. And she's accountable for that. And we're going to go get, the actual account. And we're gonna tie it all in together, because the scriptures blame both parties. Adam is not, blameless in the situation. When you go to Genesis 3 and I'll jump straight to the point. Well, I'll read 4. This Genesis 3 and 4, it says, "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die." Yeah, so what is the serpent doing? He's, deceived. The woman is being deceived. All right, because to take the juice, you have to be deceived. You see, to take the juice, you have to be deceived, man. Into taking it. That's why they got all these gimmicks surrounding it, all these false narratives and false propaganda, and scaring people with death. Why? That's because they're deceiving people into doing it. You see? So just like the serpent deceived Eve then, he's doing the same thing now. All right? And it says, "But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." It's like verse 5. I jumped up. It said, "For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." And right now, Esau with his technology, that's a big part, of him, pretty much presenting to the masses that they can be gods. The metaverse and, the social media, you pretty much can get praised. You got a platform to be praised, and, but he has set, pretty much a system in the earth, where people pretty much worship themselves, man. As gods. I always talk about what they doing, what they gonna do, taking all these selfies, and that's the system this man has set up, where people look at themselves as gods, man. You can create all this content, you see, but you just gotta take the juice. You see, that's that deception, man. Verse 6, it says, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes. All right, it's pleasant to the eyes. You see, because hey, you take this juice, you can get plugged back into the city. You can get plugged back into this system. You know, you can go on your cruises. You can go on your trips. You can, the earth is open back up to you. All right, and we got a new system that's gonna be more convenient. You see, and it says, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat. All right, so she ate. She had already partook in this way. And what did she do? And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So he's going to be held accountable too. Adam was held accountable too. That's why when you look at this system, all right, today, now when you look at this system, who was being punished more, the Israelite man or the Israelite woman? All right, this system is way more friendly. All right, woman friendly. Even the Israelite woman, they have all type of safety nets in this society, where, it's pretty easy on them, man. But when you look at the setup for an Israelite man, all right, it's a nightmare. You see? But that goes from what? Us falling. That's the Most High, all right, chastening his sons way harder than the women. Now, there's a great judgment to come for women, because as the sons of Yahweh Shema Shai get in order, the women are supposed to be getting the order under that. And the ones that don't, they're going to be through. And if you can't shake that feminist mindset, speaking to the sister Naama, you're going to be through. You see, you still got feminist energy on you, man. You got to get rid of that, man. Now, let's go to this. When you go 2nd Ezra 7:46, it said, I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying. Now, this is Ezra speaking. Ezra is trying to, pretty much plead for the nation of Israel. All right, so he's pleading with Uriel, the archangel, the messenger of the Lord, and this is what he's saying. Now, we see how in Timothy, what it held the woman responsible, all right, for her being deceived. And then we went to the account that it was speaking of. She partook, in their way of the serpent and brought it back to Adam. So the scriptures just acknowledge what? The accountability of the woman. Now, does Eve get hit? Does Adam get held accountable? Of course. And let's get it. It says, I answered and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given, to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for men now in the present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? Now, when it's saying after death to look for punishment, it's talking about what? When we're reincarnated on this earth. We die, and you go to a spiritual realm, and when our spirit is brought back, we're serving out a judgment in the earth. And the earth is laden with sin due to the decision of Eve, and also Adam, all right, for participating in it. So Ezra is complaining, like, what was the point of giving Adam the earth but not restraining him from sin? All right, and the woman played a role, but who's being held accountable right here? Is Adam. Is Eve mentioned? No, Adam is being mentioned for, all right, what he allowed, man. You see, and when we die, all right, because of sin, and we come back to earth that's laden in sin, we have what? There's heaviness, man. These burdens, man. You see? Now listen, verse 48. It says, O thou Adam, what hast thou done? So Ezra's just holding who accountable, man? O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. You see? So Adam is being held accountable, just like Eve was held accountable. You see? But what happened, like a feminist mindset wants to remove the woman's accountability in every situation. It's all based on the man. Well, he allowed it, but it's not about what the woman did, her part, in this, man. You see? So let's get it, because even with this video, all right. Now let's play the video she's responding to. All right, this comment came from, and listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the video, and then you draw a conclusion in the spirit. You know, if I'm off, all right. About my man's, man, Sinetta, man. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, Sinetta. You know, but it is what it is, man. So before I even play the video, you know, I'm already addressing that I'm disappointed in who? Sinetta, which means what? I'm holding him accountable for what he's doing and saying, man. All right, and like I say, I like Sinetta, man. You know, but at the end of the day, all right, everybody ain't built, you know. So from the beginning, before I even play the video, I'm saying I'm disappointed in Sinetta before, you know, me and the other brothers even start mentioning, you know, what's influencing him to do this. You see, I'm already, all right, holding Sinetta accountable, man. But she didn't hear that. She only heard when the woman was being held accountable, and she thought, like I said, she put that feminist cape on, jumped in front of the bullet, all right, for the woman, and saying, "Nah, she's, you know, she's good. She's innocent in this situation." No, she's not. All right, neither one of them are. All right. You know, I kind of like Sinetta. You know, you brothers, you know, you few sisters don't, you know, beat me up. I kind of like old Sinetta, man. I thought you gonna come on around. All right, you know, Jacob Carrot. But I want to show y'all this. You know,
might have to take that.
Nah, listen to. I listen to my man Sinetta, man. God damn, Si. Don't do it, Si. Let me get my boy, man. So this is Sinetta. All right. Now, what I want you brothers to do. Now, this is what I've been saying. Yeah, I want y'all to let me know when you watch this video. Amongst Israel, who's gonna be the one that's gonna lead a lot of families, all right, to destruction? I'm gonna play the video. I want you brothers, all right, to come up with the conclusion, man. You know.
No, son, don't do it. I listen to y'all and I fuck around and get it. See? So what y'all think? Let me hear what y'all think about that. I'm thinking about taking a shot. I think I'm gonna go and listen to my man Unc on this one, man. My man Unc, my wife, my lovely wife Cynthia, she took it. My daughter took it, and they all wait. And my sons, they waiting on me. They waiting on me. They following me. They like, nah, pops. When pops take it, I'm gonna take it. So I'm waiting on. I'm not waiting, but I think I might take it. I think I might have to take that because, and my sons is being forced to take it. Both of them, my 21-year-old and my 20-year-old, they are being forced to take it because you can't work in New York without it. So that's how they forcing everybody to take the shot in New York. And another thing, you can't even go into a restaurant, goddamn it, in New York, man. Can't even go into the restaurant. So family, I'm thinking about going up in there tomorrow and take the shot. Y'all want to beat me up for taking it? Cool. It's all good. I'm going up in there tomorrow and I'm going to take the shot. I'm going to take it because this winter is getting crazy. I know what that COVID feels like. And for those of y'all who didn't get it, those of y'all who did get it know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how that shit is. I'm up in this house like I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it. But my lovely, beautiful, and sexy wife, Cynthia, she wasn't afraid to come around me. She's like, yo, if we die, we're gonna die together, goddammit. I would tell her, nah, don't come up. Just stay out. Just stay out. I wanted to do this shit on my own. Just make sure you check on me every day that I didn't croak or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But nah, she wasn't having that. Nah, I'm coming up. I'm making you some soup.
So, at the end of the day, you know, he said about his uncle, he mentioned his kids, you know, his sons being forced to take it. He mentioned, he mentioned which, you know, she's in the comment, you know, I'm guessing she think that he's talking about his actual uncle, you know, but there's one of them guys from the Kemet community, you know, all right, but at the end of the day, all right, he brought everything full circle with mentioning what his beautiful, lovely, sexy wife, man, you know, that was just saying his words, what he's saying, letting you know what's having a heavy factor on his decision, which she already took it. You see? So now, cause like if you can't go to the restaurants without it, well, she has it, so she can go to restaurants. Now remember, this is a man and a wife. Like they have kids in their 20s, you know, so they, you know, come on, you don't think her decision is gonna have an effect on his decision? All right. She plays a part in that. Now, is he accountable for his decision making? Of course. All right, of course. And his influence over his sons, of course. We're not taking that away, but you can't diminish the accountability of the woman in a situation. All right, that she plays in this situation, man. You know, I'm gonna get this because within this society, you know, men have been groomed to follow the leadership of women. All right, even in the ancient world, you know, you had those things taking place. You know, women ruling over men. All right. Now, if a man allows that, of course he's accountable for whatever come with it. You see, but a woman, all right, understand because a woman understands her influence over a man. You know, let's stop playing these games. All right, a woman knows her influence over a man, and she can influence him in righteousness or in wickedness, man. You know, but she's accountable for which way she's influencing this man. You see, and the man is accountable of how much influence he's allowing this woman to have on his decision making. All right, both parties are accountable. Now this is First Ezra 14, and now this First Ezra 4 verse 14. It says, "O ye men, it is not the king, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women?" So even in the ancient world, you know, it was known, all right, that you had women that had influence, you know, over even kings, man. Even when you go to King Solomon hit at the end of his reign, all right, it was women, you know, that caused him the heir at the end of his rulership, man. You see? They play a factor. A woman is a very strong thing, man. And as a man, you have to understand that, hey, you have to respect, you know, the influence that a woman can have on a man. That's why the scriptures constantly tell us to, you know, to pretty much take heed to ourselves, man, and making sure we're not being caught up in that, man. You see? But hey, it's possible. You see? Now, First Ezra 4 and 26, it says, "Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sake. Many have also perished, have erred, and sinned for women." You see? So the scriptures, you know, address the influence that a woman can have on a man. All right? But is the woman, you know, the only one accountable? No. All right, but she's accountable. You see? Well, you let me do it. Well, you did it. Why, if you know you have influence over this man, why not influence him in righteousness, man? You see? And Jake, if you are allowing a woman to rule over you, you deserve everything that come with it. You know? You deserve all the consequences that come with it. Letting her be a lord over you, man. All right? So, let's end it here. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. You see? So the scriptures speak about what? Children, which is Esau, Edom. So he has the mind of a child. He's a very irresponsible ruler. All these games and gimmicks, and the way he manages the earth is like a child, man. And he's set up, especially amongst Jake, the women to be empowered, all right, over, these households, man. All right, because at the end of the day, a man can only do so much. All right, and these women know that. They know that them being submissive to a man is an option. Because a man can't enforce anything pretty much within this society like that. All right, you can be, as a man, you can be firm and pretty much have the option. Well, if she not, going to go in the way that I will have her, then it has to be a separation. You see, it might be a good thing to to separate. But other than that, these women know that they have the power and authority. Like a woman can just call the police out the blue and make something up. And guess what? Jake gonna have to deal with that, man. You see? A man can't do that. A woman can just be in her emotions, all right, and just ruin the household, take the kids, leave, put Jake on child support. You see, this system is set up where the women have the authority. All right. We don't know if Sanella told her not to do it or not. We don't know. But guess what? He can say it, but does she have to comply to that? Absolutely not. So at the end of the day, we can't act like this society has empowered the woman where she has authority to make moves that men can't make, man. You see? Come on, man. Don't act like this ain't reality, man. All right? And it says, oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. So if you're being led by Esau or the woman, you're done. All right? As an Israelite man, that's why scriptures speak about our Lord gonna get unto the good man who have broken the yoke, all right, and the chains, man, which means, hey, we're not under the bondage, of our decision making based on Esau, Edom, and his pseudoscience, and the woman and her emotions, man. All right, and it says, "Oh my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths," man. All right, and he gonna be destroyed, man. If he if he walked that path, he through, and that is what it is, man. You see, so I just want to put that out there. Like I said, I'm entitled this Naama The Feminist. Shalom.